You can see the amount of attention to detail that they put in that stage and with the lineup. It shows you that it is more than just a commercial festival.
This is the era when social media really started to have a huge impact, and the way you could get this wave of promotion for the events, but also the new DJs coming through, you know, it just gave the festival another injection of energy.
Daytime radio picked up electronic music, so there was a lot more demand to see the DJs that they heard the music from on the radio.
What I always liked about Ultra is they always think like, how can we make it better, how can we make it bigger? I remember every year we had a new mixer, and they were like, this is going to be the mixer. And we just had to deal with it.
The two go hand in hand. Ultra's grown because the scene's grown. So I guess going for 2 days is kind of how it had to go in that direction, because there wasn't enough space to put that many people on one day. And plus also, there's probably triple or quadruple the amount of DJs there are now and live acts, because, you know, making music was very limited and very expensive at the start.
2007 was my first year DJing, like as AFROJACK. I do remember downloading all the sets like through Gaza and Napster. To me, like, that music was very inspiring.
It was raining so hard. They kept changing the CD players because they just kept getting so wet. It wasn't fun at the time, but looking back at it, it was like, this is insane.
Playing on the main stage was one of those achievements. But I think the biggest moment I had with one of my tracks, to be honest, was when I played punk. And I have, like, you know, the whole main stage singing along with that melody. Insane, just goosebumps when you think about that.
In 2007, I feel like the music was just a little bit all over the place.
Electronic music and the scene is like the most liquid scene there is, really, you know? It changes so quickly.
People were not just into my music, so it was definitely harder to get them going. I feel the crowd was very mixed.
There were other DJs experimenting with other sort of genres and trends, so just it was branching out into something bigger than this type of music that it was.
A lot of people came in because they're curious, and a lot of people were like super fans, and a lot of people liked other kinds of music.
But there's always the people who hated it because they want to hold on to the past, as you have today, and there's people who really, you know, loved it because it's fresh and it's new and it's exciting.
I know I sometimes had a hard time, like, really try to read the crowd and bring them in.
Dance music is dance music, no matter which genre it is. It can be like super underground, ambient, whatever stuff. And there's one guy playing hardstyle on a festival. It's like, it's dance music. And I love that Ultra's program is so diverse.
It wasn't just about the popularity or the more common denominator or sound. They got it covered. But the thing is, the underground always fed the overground.
Even though drum and bass was small at the time, they've always wanted a bit of D&B vibes there, you know, and they would obviously invite me to come and give that vibe.
The festival went from, you know, the sort of the house and techno DJs playing on the main stage to suddenly the more commercial sound and live stuff as well.
It also shows the evolution of this music. You still have the hardcore ravers that are there, but you also have lots of different people that just come because the party is so amazing, and because our music also crossed over to everybody.
Crosswind, Carl Cox, you know, these guys come from the underground, and the festivals grew out of that. You know, you had the foundation of the underground, and then you have the festivals that come after that and celebrate.
It was a really smart move not to kind of just go, oh, well, where do we put these DJs that were once on the main stage? It's like, well, let's let them create another festival within the festival.
You know, me being at the part of that type of movement and putting it to the masses, they felt that they wanted to elaborate on that even more so by creating another area where they could also dub on the more unaccessible DJs, represent their sound on a smaller stage.
The production with Carl and his crew was just always top notch, and I didn't have to worry about anything. The sound was always the best. The lighting was always the best. They had this really nice relationship with Ultra where they allowed them to just kind of do their thing. And those were good years, for sure.
Back then, Carl was very much a supporter of the growth. It wasn't change, it was growth. Like, more stuff was happening, and he was very excited about it.
I think it was a really smart move of Ultra to get someone like Carl representing the industry. You know, every DJ respects him, every DJ wants to play with him. As soon as he walks in the booth, you know, he just starts moving, and the crowd almost moving in unison with him. It's just, he's got a great energy about him, and how he just makes that arena, you know, really work.
Oh yeah, Put Your Hands Up for Detroit was big then, 2006, 2007.
The first time I played there, I played the Carl Cox tent. Yeah, I mean, that was just great, just amazing. I mean, everything was really well arranged. The crowd was just awesome, and it's just one of those things that I probably remember always.
The first year I played Ultra, I was not playing main stage. I was playing with Carl Cox, and trance was the main big stage thing, but my music was more like club music. I was playing house, so I was like, I don't know, I'm so nervous about playing for this type of crowd, you know.
The nature of a festival is a celebration of a diversity, you know? And whether that be music, whether that be the kind of stage setups you get, whether that, obviously the people, let's include everybody, everything. If you're playing your day right, you can see a bit of this, bit of that, you know, go to this stage, go to small intimate stages, go to the big main stage, and that's the nature of it.
The Swedish House Mafia were blowing up, Avicii was blowing up, Hardwell, of course. Yeah, that was the explosion of dance music and the explosion of new talent coming into the scene.